Now, Baba Ramdev is in the news once more, and this time too, it's for the wrong reasons. Now, the BJP-inclined yoga guru's comments on Rahul Gandhi seem to have backfired, and here is why.
मम्मी चाहती है पहले प्रधानमंत्री बन जाए फिर विदेशी लड़की को लाए, और ये लड़का जो है वो देसी से शादी नहीं कराना चाहता। हनीमून करने के लिए, पिकनिक के लिए जरूर दलितों के घर में जाता है, लेकिन किसी दलित की लड़की से शादी कर लेता तो वो भी दोलंत बंद हो जाती।
Just hours after Baba Ramdev said that Rahul Gandhi visits the house of Dalits for honeymoon and picnic, he sparked off a political furor. Quick to realize the mistake that he had made, Baba Ramdev apologized, saying that his words had been misinterpreted.
कल जो हमने राहुल जी के बारे में जो कहा, उसको गलत तरह से प्रेजेंट किया। हनीमून पीरियड इज ओवर, ऐसा करके सोशल एंड पॉलिटिकल एस्पेक्ट्स में इस शब्द का यूज किया जाता है। आदरणीय राहुल गांधी या दलितों का अपमान करना हमारा कतई लक्ष्य नहीं था, और ये सत्य है कि आदरणीय राहुल गांधी जी दलितों के घर में जाकर के फोटो खिंचवा करके एक पब्लिसिटी स्टैंड के रूप में, एक पिकनिक या टूरिज्म के रूप में उसका इस्तेमाल करते थे। उतना ही हमारा कहने का अभिप्राय था। और जहां तक दलितों का प्रश्न है, ये मैंने पूरे देश भर में महिला सम्मेलनों को शुरू किया, तो दलितों का पाद पूजन करके, हिंदुस्तान का पहला सन्यासी होगा जिसने दलितों का पाद पूजन करके और अपना महिला सम्मेलन पूरे देश भर में हमने स्टार्ट किया, और गुजरात में भी वो सम्मेलन मैंने किया था। तो ये उस समय का फोटो है, ये कोई काल्पनिक चीजें नहीं।
Though Baba Ramdev apologized for his comments within 24 hours, the damage had already been done. Congress strongly condemned the comments, accusing him of disrespecting Dalits.
घिनौने गटर के स्तर के शब्दों का प्रयोग किया गया है एक ऐसे व्यक्ति द्वारा जो अपने आप को बाबा रामदेव और योगा गुरु कहता है। कौन सी ये परिभाषा है बाबा की मैं नहीं जानता, और कौन सी परिभाषा है योग की ये भी नहीं जानता, क्योंकि योग में आध्यात्म होता है, शारीरिक से ज्यादा वो आध्यात्म की बात होती है। और ऐसा व्यक्ति जो ऐसे शब्दों का उपयोग करे महिलाओं के लिए, दलितों के लिए और अपने राजनीतिक प्रतिद्वंदियों के लिए, तो आप समझ सकते हैं किस प्रकार का योगा गुरु होगा वो।
Senior Congress leader Digvijay Singh also tweeted on this controversy, dragging Modi and the BJP into the fight. Ramdev's remark anti-Dalit. We would like Modi and BJP to react to Ramdev's anti-Dalit remark. Though Narendra Modi has not reacted on Ramdev's controversial remarks, BJP Vice President Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi said that this was just a tactic of the Congress to divert attention of the common man from the real issues.
कांग्रेस पार्टी को तो पहले बहुत से ऐसे मुद्दे हैं जिन मुद्दों को उन्होंने बिल्कुल शालीनता की सारी पराकाष्ठा को पार किया है। जिस तरह से उनके नेताओं ने, शीर्ष नेताओं ने पर्सनल अटैक शुरू किए, जिस तरह से शीर्ष नेताओं ने एक के बाद एक बदजुबानी की, और बिल्कुल ऐसी चीजें जिसका कि कहीं सर और पैर न हो। उसके बाद अब उनको जरा सा अगर कुछ हुआ है तो उस पर जो है वो माफी मांगने की बात कर रहे हैं, उस पर जो है वो परेशान और हताश दिखाई पड़ रहे हैं।
But the trouble continues for Baba Ramdev. Uttar Pradesh police has booked the yoga guru for his comments. An FIR has been lodged by the police after analysing the video clippings of Ramdev's statement made yesterday. An FIR has been lodged against Baba Ramdev at the Mahanagar police station under relevant section of Section 171G IPC, false statement in connection with an election. Protests also broke out across the country, even in Karnataka. Anti-Ramdev protesters took to the streets in Bengaluru, shouting slogans against him and displaying demeaning posters of him. Protests also broke out in Belgavi and Bidar. BSP has stepped up pressure, demanding immediate arrest of Baba Ramdev for his controversial remarks. Despite the apology, looks like the damage has already been done. Will his comments affect the BJP's poll prospects? May 16th holds all the answers. The News 9 report. Well, the Prime Minister's stepbrother joining the BJP has come as a huge shock to not only the Congress but also its supporters. Now, while the family members of Dr. Singh are still shocked at what happened, the Congress is desperately trying to downplay this huge embarrassment.
Modi's Amritsar rally had more than what the Congress had hoped for. While the ruling party must have expected the regular jibes, mudslinging and criticisms from the prime ministerial candidate, they did not see the bigger shocker coming their way. PM's stepbrother joins BJP. That's right, Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh's stepbrother Daljit Singh Kohli was officially inducted into the Saffron Party in a grand manner. Even as the Congress leaders and Singh's family members stood in shock, the PM aspirant hugged him on stage and welcomed him into the party. The Prime Minister today expressed shock and helplessness over his stepbrother's decision to join the Saffron Party.
I feel very sad. I have no control. They are all adults.
Dr. Manmohan Singh's family too expressed shock and disappointment over Daljit Singh's decision and also asserted that their support remained with Dr. Singh and the Congress.
कल जो चाचा जी ने बीजेपी ज्वाइन की है, इससे सारा परिवार एक तरह से शॉक्ड है। उनकी हम समझ सकते हैं कोई पर्सनल उनकी व्यूज हैं, जो उन्होंने विचारधारा उनकी एकदम चेंज हो गई है जो बीजेपी को ज्वाइन की है। हम डॉक्टर साहब के साथ हैं, उनकी नीतियों के साथ हैं और उनको सपोर्ट करते हैं और अमृतसर में कैप्टन अमरिंदर सिंह को सपोर्ट करते हैं।
इसका बेनिफिट कोई भाजपा को नहीं होगा, ना ही कोई कांग्रेस को नुकसान होगा, ना ही कोई पीएम साहब की छवि को ऊपर जाएगा, क्योंकि पीएम साहब की छवि वैसे ही सारा वर्ल्ड जानता है कि उनकी छवि बहुत अच्छी बनी हुई है और हम परिवार पूरा पीएम साहब के साथ हैं और पूरा परिवार, हमें बहुत दुख हुआ है जो दलजीत सिंह जी कोहली भाजपा में शामिल हो गए हैं।
The Congress, on the other hand, tried to downplay the incident by dismissing Daljit Singh, saying he had no credibility of his own except the fact that he is the Prime Minister's stepbrother.
कि जब वाजपेयी जी की बेटी कांग्रेस ज्वाइन कर सकती है तो किसी का भाई क्यों नहीं कोई और पार्टी ज्वाइन कर सकता? इसके बारे में भी थोड़ा जवाब दे दे। यही तो मैं कह रहा हूँ। ये तो खैर मंजीत सिंह ने कहा कि डील हुई है कितनी, क्योंकि इनकी तो हर कदम पे डील होती है, तो इसके बारे में तो मैं नहीं कुछ ज्यादा कहूंगा, मंजीत सिंह को ज्यादा पता होगा।
देखिए, हर आदमी व्यक्तिगत रूप से फ्री है। प्रधानमंत्री कार्यालय ने भी कहा है कि दे वर सरप्राइज, और आज उनके दूसरे भाई का बयान निकला है प्रधानमंत्री जी के। अखबारों में मैंने पढ़ा कि हम लोग 4 भाई और 6 बहन हैं, सिवाय उनके सभी कांग्रेस के समर्थक हैं। तो स्वाभाविक रूप से हर व्यक्ति स्वतंत्र है, उसकी अपनी सोच हो सकती है, कहीं कोई जा सकता है, किसी पार्टी में शामिल होता है जिसमें उसको लगता है कि मुझको कुछ फायदा होने वाला है, कुछ भविष्य मेरा सुधरने वाला है।
हर आदमी को ये हक हासिल है कि वो जिस पार्टी को चाहे ज्वाइन करे और उनकी राजनीति के अंदर न कोई जानता है न उनकी हैसियत है। उनकी जो भी हैसियत है वो यही जानकर है कि वो प्रधानमंत्री के भाई हैं और भारतीय जनता पार्टी इसी बात से आकर्षक हुई होगी कि प्रधानमंत्री के भाई है, लेकिन संविधान के मुताबिक कोई भी कहीं भी जा सकता।
BJP, on the other hand, hopped on the issue with the Modi wave tune by saying that the prime ministerial candidate's popularity was prompting people to join the Saffron Party.
देखिए, इस समय जो सुशासन का महासंग्राम चल रहा है और कांग्रेस पार्टी के खिलाफ क्रोध की क्रांति है, उसका असर चौतरफा दिखाई पड़ रहा है और समाज के सभी हिस्से के लोग, समाज के सभी वर्गों के लोग आज उसमें हिस्सेदारी, भागीदारी कर रहे हैं। इसलिए उन्होंने जो ज्वाइन किया वो भी निश्चित तौर से स्वागत योग्य है।
Daljit Singh, while speaking to the media after joining the party, said that he had taken the decision since he was thoroughly disappointed with the way in which his brother had been treated by the Congress party. A textile exporter by profession, Daljit claimed that the PM's lack of freedom to take decisions in his government prompted him to take the call of joining the BJP and supporting Arun Jaitley's candidature.
मैंने ये फैसला अमृतसर के लिए लिया है, श्री अरुण जेटली जी के लिए, जो कि एक बहुत ही निहायत शरीफ और ईमानदार आदमी है और मैं चाहता हूँ यहाँ से वो MP बन के जाएं और अमृतसर की सेवा करें और अमृतसर की डेवलपमेंट के लिए बोलें।
One must note that this move that is aimed at giving debutant candidate Arun Jaitley a final push before the elections on 30th comes just a few days after the PM had dismissed the Modi wave in the country. The PM had also fairly recently labelled the Gujarat CM as a mass murderer. The development has surely come in as an embarrassment to the Congress, which is fighting anti-incumbency at several levels these elections. How will this impact the voters' minds? Will this development boost chances of Arun Jaitley against his strong opponent? Well, we will know on May 16th. A News 9 report.
Now, actor Pawan Kalyan entered the political world with a lot of fanfare, but sadly today, he too has turned into just another politician. In fact, the power star today launched a scathing attack against TRS chief KCR Rao or K. Chandrasekhar Rao for criticizing Narendra Modi. Pawan Kalyan went on to threaten KCR that he will peel his skin if he continued to abuse the BJP prime ministerial candidate, who was the first from a backward community. Now, the actor had only recently extended his full support to Modi and had said that the BJP's prime ministerial candidate was the only hope for the future of India. Now, on the 17th of April, when this entire state had gone into polls, Aam Aadmi Party workers were protesting in Ramnagara. Now, they were protesting against the assault on them by DK Shivkumar and his supporters. Now, today, they submitted an official complaint to the EC to take severe action against DK Shivkumar and his brother.
The entire state had diligently woken up on April 17th to cast their precious vote. Even as the all-important day proceeded smoothly, disruption arose from Ramnagara. The Bangalore rural candidate of the Aam Aadmi Party, Ravi Krishna Reddy, had sat on the streets with his party workers. They were unwilling to budge as they accused supporters of their opponent, DK Suresh, of assaulting them. But close to 10 days after the supposed assault, the issue seems far from over. Today, Aam Aadmi Party workers, armed with proof, filed a complaint against Minister DK Shivkumar and his brother DK Suresh, who is the Congress candidate from Bangalore Rural. The workers have just one demand. We want repolling in Bangalore Rural. The Aam Aadmi Party workers claim that the elections in Bangalore Rural have been heavily sabotaged as they witnessed money being openly distributed to workers. They even produced pictures showing money being distributed to workers in the constituency before they cast their votes.
Well, what happened on the 17th of April, on the day when elections were happening all across the 28 constituencies in Karnataka, the Aam Aadmi Party found proof of money distribution in the area of Ramnagaram in Mayagondanhalli. Now we have with us the two persons who actually saw this. Well, first we have Chandran of the Aam Aadmi Party. What really did you see?
When I went to visit one of the polling booths in Mayagondanhalli, on the main road they were distributing money openly. People will from the villages will be brought in an auto, and before they get out of the auto, money will be distributed to them, and they will be told whom to vote for. This was the actual scene. And when we went to take pictures, initially 10 of them confronted us, and then they started beating us up, and they grabbed us and circled us and started hitting us on our head, slapped us, and even. And yeah, they tore my shirt, and also they actually threw my mobile, and one of our Suresh actually took away the mobile, so that's why today we have the proof.
The Aam Aadmi Party workers even accused the police of not being able to control the crowd or the money distribution activities, as they were substantially outnumbered by DK Shivkumar supporters.
We could literally see exactly the money distribution happening very openly. There was a police vehicle, but like police were guarding the vehicle rather than guarding the polling booth.
Well, the accusations are grave and the Aam Aadmi Party workers seem unrelenting. So will this controversy lead to repolling in Bangalore Rural? Are the proofs produced enough to nail the culprits? Or are we looking at another poll drama? Bansi Kalappa for News 9, Bengaluru.